out. All right, we are messing with my daughter's 2008 Acura RDX. She's been complaining about a grinding noise or some sort of strange noise, and every time I get in it and drive it, I can't hear it. Well, she pulled up, and I was sitting in the shop a minute ago. Happy Father's Day, by the way. And I heard it. It sounded like power steering. She shut it off, and I jumped in it and drove it. Now I can't get it to do it, but we wanted to check the power steering fluid. It does look a little low in the reservoir. The fluid looks a little dirty, so what we're going to do is just twist a towel up, stick it down in there, get a little sample. I know it's dirty, but we're just going to show you for camera purposes. See, pretty gross. I don't know if that's originally like a transmission fluid color or if it's clear, but I'm gonna suck it out with an evacuator. This is the one I've had for years and years. It's this Mighty Vac MV7300. This one is pneumatic, so I just hook the air up to it and it sucks away. They have some that you can pump up, have a little pump on the side. Instead of having that, you have an air pump, like a handle, like a bicycle pump, and you just sit there and hand pump it and create a vacuum and do it like that. But it takes forever. You got to sit there, and this is noisy. The pneumatic version is pretty noisy, but it's effective. You can use it for sucking any kind of fluids out. The kit usually comes with a bunch of different size hoses. I've got the brake bleeder adapter, so you can hook it up to your brake bleeder screws on your calipers and wheel cylinders, and it'll help you, get all that old fluid out. And sometimes it bleeds the brakes good, sometimes it creates an air pocket. Just depends on what kind of vehicles you're working on. So you just got to be careful with that. But sometimes you got to just bleed them the old-fashioned way. But it will suck all that old fluid out. So if you're just trying to get your brake fluid out, you can hook it up to like your back right one first. It's usually the furthest away from the master cylinder, and then move to the left and work your way forward, and just suck all those lines clean, and just keep adding fluid to your master cylinder as you're pulling fluid out until you get clean fluid. That's how we used to do it at the dealers. And some of them you can get where this is kind of going off into a different subject, but where you can adapt a pressure one. So I had one when I worked at Volvo in the 90s that looked like a bug sprayer. It's probably in this shop somewhere. And we had all the Volvo master cylinders were the same screw-on cap. So you just screw it on, put fluid in the bleeder, which looked like a big bug sprayer, pump it up, and we'd go put the car up in the air and then go to each wheel cylinder like that, or caliper, and bleed and flush the brakes out like that on this, like 30 and 60 and 90k services or something. Maybe it was 100k. I can't remember what service it was, but so we're gonna suck this fluid out, and we're gonna put some new fluid in it, and we're gonna drive it and let the pump circulate it through the lines and through the steering rack. And then we'll suck it out again, and you just kind of got to keep doing that until you get all the fluid, all the dirty fluid out. This car's got almost 200,000 on it. I think it's got 192,000 miles on it. We've done a radiator, an alternator, a starter, and a battery since I bought this car for her, and we did some front brakes. We've got videos in the playlists, maybe under auto repair. I don't know if I broke it down as for the Acura or not, but just check out the playlist. We got tons of videos on other vehicles like this, and lots of repair videos, and we're going to make a few more. This thing has a bad knock sensor, so it's setting a check engine light for a knock sensor. So we're going to be making a video coming up in the next week or two on replacing the knock sensor. So I've got to get a tag for this car and it's got an engine light on. It won't pass emissions. I've got to get that done before July. So next few weeks that has to happen. And she also has HID headlights. She hit a deer, and we haven't fixed the bodywork since she's hit the deer. But this projector light, or HID, is not lighting up properly anymore. It may not be lighting up at all anymore now. So we're going to make a video on fixing that as well. Those projector lights, or HIDs, however you want to say them, they have a little module and a little igniter. From the research I've done so far, they say that the bulbs don't go bad very often on these. It's usually the little module box. So we're going to order one of those. They're about 80 bucks on Amazon. We're going to get one of those and make a little video of repairing that. Hopefully I don't have to take this bumper cover off to get that headlight out, because as you see, it overlaps the headlight. Hopefully I can get it out from the back, which I don't think I can because there's no room. The bumper cover really needs to be taken off and repaired anyway. And we need to repair this fender. There's also the deer spun around and hit her in the door. It's starting to rust. We need to try to fix all that stuff as well. It's been a never-ending project with this car. We've had it for about 5 years, and it's just been one thing after the other is broken on it. It's turbo and it's quick, and that's about the only thing we like about it, because it doesn't ride very good and it darts around. I don't know if you guys have a RDX that are watching this video, but this thing is real darty over speed bumps and on the highway, crossing bridges. It's kind of scary, and I think it may just need new shocks in the back, but I'm not positive. I've checked the suspension several times and not been able to find anything wrong, really. No worn out bushings or anything. All right, let's pull the fluid out of this thing. You don't get very much fluid out. You don't get very much fluid out doing it that way, but that's why you have to kind of refill it, drive it, refill it, and drive it, because there's no good way to drain this system. So we're going to use this synthetic power steering fluid. It says it outperforms the OEMs for European, North American, and Asian vehicles. I had it sitting on the shelf, so I must have bought it for a reason. I don't remember buying it, but we've got it, and I'm going to go ahead and top that off with that. She's going to drive it and come back. She's got a nail appointment. It's her birthday today, and let her drive it, and I'll suck the rest of it out later. All right, so I've rambled enough on this video. I'm sure I'll get some complaints about that, and just wanted to show you just a quick video on how to kind of flush out your reservoir for your power steering. If you've got a little bit of a noisy pump, your fluid's getting dirty, suck that stuff out. Refill it with some clean fluid, drive it, saw the wheels back and forth real good, let it circulate through the whole system, and then repeat it until you get it all clean and it's good. Now that fluid that I put in there, it's clear, so we'll know pretty easily if it's still dirty or not. If you put transmission fluid in there, which I use quite often in power steering systems, I use a good synthetic multi-vehicle transmission fluid and a lot of stuff. It works well. You can do that. It works fantastic. Some modern cars are real finicky, and they have some funky factory specific fluids, so you got to just check and see what you've got and what you feel comfortable running. I'm not going to suggest anything there, so you just do what you think you need to do on that. But you get that dirty fluid out of there, get it cleaned up, and it might solve your problems. All right, and you want that dirty stuff out of there too, because that stuff gets acidic and it's just going to eat your seals up, and then you're going to have a leak. So you need to flush that stuff out every couple years at least. All right, thanks for watching. See you. Peace.